Hello and welcome to Animavoice Fandub Service. I'm your host, Toondubs. In this edition, I will be talking about what makes a fandub so good. Now, I'm not only just a fandub artist myself, but I'm an avid fan of the fandub art. I really like to look out for fandubs and watch them. And it's great to see someone that's actually finished doing a fandub of a whole series or a whole film. And I think one of the most important things about making a fandub is finishing it. It's so important to finish it because then it's like a half of a film or half of a series, or you dedicate yourself, commit to it. What else makes it good? Okay, you need to have a great cast. You need to have a spot on cast, like your own dream cast. So pick the right people. It's really important to pick the right people. And it's important that everyone has around about the same microphone quality. It's not an exact important thing, but like it's quite impressive when you come around a fandub that has the same kind of microphone frequency and quality as all the other actors. It just has a consistency throughout the fandub. But like I said, it's not the number one important thing, but it's something that I compliment on whenever a fandub director kind of perfects the standards of professional quality of the sound. So I'll talk about the sound as well. Don't be afraid to create your own sound effects and your own music that's different to the original source material. That's what makes a fandub different to the original soundtrack. Okay, because what's so interesting about fandubs is that they're a film or a production in its own right. It's a completely different thing in a sense. To me, fandubbing is like a theatre production. You know how you get a lot of kind of like Broadway productions of musicals, and it'll be different directors' takes on those musicals, or Shakespeare plays, or classic plays, stuff like that. It's everyone doing their own take and a different cast every time. It's like a theatre community to me. That's what the fandom community should be like, really. That's what it reminds me of, and. So yeah, what else makes a fandub great is what else is there? With the original, you can make your own original music. Go for it. If you can compose, go for it. Be prepared though, because some people have kind of an expectation, thinking, "Oh, that's not as good as the original music," oh, kind of thing. So I would advise to make your music either as good as or better than the original music, and that's asking for a lot, but you're going to be prepared for to disappoint some people, because some people have a high standard, you see. That's kind of, I can see why some people don't want to try it with fandoms, because yes, there can often be a high standard. But yeah, I'll talk to you about some fandubs that I really like. Okay, so here's some fandubs I'm trying to think of now. I think that Glittering Wind's production of Pocahontas has to be one of the best I have pretty much ever seen. It is amazing. A brilliant cast, same kind of sound quality for each actor. Everyone does a fantastic job with all their characters, and it's really well put together, and it's finished. It's done. She directed the whole thing. I don't know if the character is a girl or a boy, by the way. I'm so sorry. But I think it's a great production. There's also here's the problem though, is like most of the fandubs that I really admire are incomplete. And those fandubs are, there's this fandub of two, just kind of at the beginning, like in two parts, the beginning of The Princess and the Frog. There's not a director's credit for that one. But it's the actual uploader. Their name is PATF Full Dub Movie. Okay, so PATF Full Dub Movie, and it's only first two parts, but it is absolutely fantastic. It's just absolutely brilliant. It's all performed so well, absolutely brilliantly performed. I mean, like, there's trying to remember the person that plays older Charlotte does a fantastic job in that. Absolutely brilliant. All the cast do a great job, but when she's doing the older Charlotte, she captures older Charlotte brilliantly. Another one is the once again another incomplete production with no director credit. Is a Beauty and the Beast fandub, and that's the uploader is called BATB Full Fandub Movie. Okay, and that's a Beauty and the Beast fandub, and that is phenomenal. Everything about that is phenomenal. Just the whole cast is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What else is that? Check out Daniel P. Collins' fandub of Hunchback of Notre Dame, because that is stunning, because he has a fantastic singing voice. There's all sorts of fandubs to look out for, but there's a few examples that really stand out to me. Just look out for great ones. I mean, you come across ones that are they're just idiots playing around with microphones that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're kind of like screeching into the microphone, and like they're being very lazy and it's out of sync and stuff like that. Those are the ones that are really kind of crappy. There's some mediocre ones that are like, you know, kind of enjoyable, and they're not that bad, and like the quality of the production isn't off-putting, but it's kind of like meh. But yeah, those are the kind of fandoms that I think are absolutely great. I do have a very much high standard for my current fandom production, which is of Digimon the movie. And yeah, I've been very much perfectionist about it, but like I can't get a spot on exact masterpiece, but I'm trying the best I can with it. I'm trying to do as best as I can. So what I'm doing really is I've been really careful about the people I've casted, in terms of performance mainly, and like, does it capture the character? That's the main thing. Do they capture the character? I wasn't really worried about, is it the exact voice? I was thinking, have they got that right feel? Can you imagine that person in character? And like, so far it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What I'm having to do is the sound effects I'm going to get from websites and YouTube, all sorts of places, and make myself, because I do sometimes do my own sound effects for kind of things. The music will be mainly the original score. I will try to fit it in the right places. If not, I'll find different kind of royalty-free songs to throw on, doing the best I can, really. The jukebox soundtrack will obviously be there. But yeah, it's kind of quite simple to do a good fandub, and like, don't pressure yourself. Do not pressure yourself. Don't have don't worry too much. Do not worry so much. Oh, is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Just don't worry. As long as it's in sync, as long as the fandub performers are doing a good job, and like, don't worry about sound effects. They're not the most important thing, but they do add a bit of an edge. Because trust me, sound effects are great. They can really add something. They can make the movement of animated character more realistic, and you are gonna have to like recreate them, because like there's unless you can find kind of like the sound effects only track of a film or series, then go ahead. But like, it's really important to pretty much not over worry about it, but at the same time, do the best you can. Really do the best you can. Put 100% into it. Don't be lazy, okay? Okay, so that was my kind of thoughts on how to, that wasn't even a how-to. That was kind of like, that was my thoughts on what I personally think makes a good fandub. Thank you for listening.